Arlynn here. Welcome back to my Country Craft Corner and my 2018 Christmas decor series, and I have no idea what episode we're on. I really and truly don't, you guys. I'm just punching them out here trying to get my decorating. Well, it is in full swing. It is in full swing. I was gonna say I'm gonna try to get it into full swing, but it is into full swing. Today's video is going to be kind of like the misfit flower arrangements, or I'm going to be putting some back together that I used last year but took partially apart to store away. I'm going to be making a funky bow. We're going to have a funky bow tutorial in this one, just a 9 loop, because I'm going to add a wreath to the mix over here of my ivy table in that 7-foot tree whenever I get it put up. But I have in mind what I want to do, and I'll explain that as I go. So I'm not going to stand here and yammer on, you guys. I'm telling you, I have a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and it's just a hodgepodge type of day here in my Country Craft Corner. So come along with me and we'll have a good time, and we'll chit and we'll chat and we'll laugh and probably cry and who knows what else in this one. But hopefully we'll have a good time as I go through each little arrangement, and maybe you'll get some ideas as I go through some of these arrangements. So let me get my camera turned around and pointed in a way that you can follow along with me, and we'll get started on this little ditty. Be right back. Okie dokie, you guys, here we are. Let's start with this one. This is a little arrangement I made. For those of you who've been following me for a little while, you'll know that every year Chris and I go to his family's Christmas shindig, is what I always call it. It's just a gathering of his extended family, and we all get together and have a nice meal. And one of his uncles, after last year's event, walked up to me with this galvanized bucket in his hand, and he said, "Hey Arlynn, do you think you can do something with this?" And I said, "Well, I think I might be able to." And you all know that I don't have a lot of galvanized, and I was like, what am I going to do with this? How can I make this go? And this is what I came up with. As you can see, here's all the parts and pieces of it. And I'm going to go ahead and fluff it up and put it back together so you guys can see what I came up with. And it was just on the spur of the moment little thing. You're going to see a lot of this ribbon moving forward here in the next couple of videos probably, because I love it and I want to incorporate it in with that little tree. I also made this. I wanted to show you guys this. I made this last year for Auntie Cuckoo did a Merry Craftmas, and I had already done all of my decor and everything, but I had one of these little white lanterns left, and so I just whipped this thing up real quick. And I don't know where I'm going to put it, but I might try to put it over here with this tree, somehow or another, up on a little stool or something like that next to the tree. I thought it would go really pretty with the tree, because this is kind of my theme, red and white. There we go. And I had just put this down in a bin. I just sat it right down like this. And so I just fluff it up a little bit, and cute as a button, huh? So I'm going to use that with this little tree. So I'm going to set this over here. Let me grab a couple more batteries out, and I need to replace, because I've got fairy lights in that bucket. This is the time of year when I go through batteries, you guys. A lot of you ask me about batteries. I'll be honest with you, I buy Duracell. We get them in bulk from like BJ's or Costco. I don't typically buy batteries from the Dollar Tree or anything like that. I don't find they last as long. Others may have other experiences. I have not found that to be the case. I usually try to incorporate them into something that has a timer on it, so that they only come on, for 5 or 6 hours a day, which these fairy lights are, have a timing mechanism with them. Or you can use a remote, and usually the remote will see through like if I set this right here, which is where it was when I found it today, the remote will find it. So there we go. And you can see the fairy lights just blinking away there. And I think I remember how I did this. Let me fix this bow a little bit. Just doing a little accordion fold. And this is what came out of it. I've got 3 of these. And remember, I put this little fella, he stood right there. Well, I wonder what I did with that. Maybe just... Well, we're gonna stick it there. I don't know where I had it last year, but there we go. Fix this. These are just, there we go. Just a little something, something. I remember I glued the ribbon onto the back of this so that it would stay put in on the sides. Cute, huh? All right, now, let's see here. This is a wreath that I made for a centerpiece, actually, for Christmas Eve last year. And all it is a pine wreath, and if I remember right, one of these there was coming off and needs a little help. I've got my hot glue gun here. And this is what I used for my Christmas Eve centerpieces so that, you know, my lanterns wouldn't get in anybody's way as they were trying to look across the table. So I thought I would hang this on the side of my cabinet here. Let me put this up and show you where I'm talking about. Okay. Here's my ivy table. Nothing's turned on right now, but here's my ivy table. And then that 7-foot Christmas tree is gonna go right here. Right here. And then I have the box down on the floor. I'm thinking, I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do. We're gonna move these trays. These are our dinner trays that we eat off of every night. But I wanna put a wreath right here on the side of my cabinet to tie in, you know. Again, I'm not sure what I'm doing, but of course you guys will see it when it all comes together. But anyway, I thought I would make a little funky bow for this wreath and add some frosted elements, since that is kind of my theme there, frosted and red and white, you know. So let me show you the ribbon I've chosen to add. Also, I have some of these. I went down in my coffers and I found some of these red berries. So I thought I would add them in too to bring in. And these are the 3 ribbons I'm going to use. And I'm going to try to use this. Chris said, don't use scissors to cut that, Arlynn. I said, all right, I won't. But I am going to do just a 9-loop funky bow. And I want to use all 3 of these on the tree in some way. I'm not sure I'm going to be doing strips. I may just be doing bows around the tree, like 2-loop, 2-tail bows, you know, like I did on my fall tree. So let me see. I just want to make a 9-loop funky bow, like I said. So I need 3 of each at 20 inches. So I'm going to cut, but I am going to use the, you know, my Snippers to do this, since the boss told me I can't use my scissors. I think I could get this into a funky bow. We'll see. So I'll be back when I get my cutting done. Let me speed up here. guys, I'm back. So, and I've got everything lined up. I've got my 3 strips of each ribbon cut at 20 inches long each. So that will give me 2 5-inch tails and 1 5-inch loop for each strip of ribbon. So all you do is, this is a 9-loop funky bow. And because this is an odd numbered looped bow, I'm going to switch directions every time I add a loop into the mix. And let me just show you. So fold it in half, find 5 inches on your board or measuring device, pinch together at that point. And then for these, for the ribbon, this I'm not going to worry about it, but for the ribbon I'm going to twist like that. That back tail to bring that design forward. All right, now let me see if I can get this to work. I'm going to fold it in half. And again, I'm going to do the same thing, find 5 inches, and I'm going to pinch it, try to pinch it together at that point, which I think I can. And I'm going to turn it. Of course, I lost this. It should be interesting. You know what I'm going to do, since I'm using this? I'm going to go ahead and fold these and get them pinched, because I think if I try to pinch it as I'm doing the bow, that is not going to work, you guys. Let me get them pinched, so that'll make it easier for me as I get to them. You know? All right, there we go. Hopefully that will help. Okay. Pinch it together, turn it, and add it in. And then add this one. This is that Costco ribbon, it's pretty. Turn it the other direction, add it in. Boy, it's gonna be hard if I wanna do a bigger than a 9-loop funky bow. Woo! With this stuff. But if there's a will, there's a way, right? I hope. I'm turning the loop down from center and turning it the opposite direction each time I add it. I always think of my thumb as center, being the center of the bow. So when I say down from center, I mean down from my finger, pointed down. When I say up from center, I mean pointed up. Let's add this. I'm not gonna worry about twisting that. There's no way I can twist that. The direction. Last 3. From center. One more. Woo. Okay. Now I've got my silver pipe cleaner here, and as I do with all the bows, I try to find the center, put it beside my thumb, lift my thumb, pull one end down around the bottom and one end around the top, and use the hand that you've held the bow shut with as resistance. Pull, get these fingers up as close as you can to the bow and twist. And pinch that bow too. I pinch it together too. Twist and pinch. Woo. Wow. That's gonna be some bow, huh? Let me see. Fluff, fluff, fluff. The most important part of any bow, as I've always said 500 times now, is to fluff, fluff, fluff. I don't have to fluff this chicken wire. It is fluffy enough. Boy, that's pretty. Is that pretty or what?
You're on.
Hey y'all, here I am outside. As you can see, I cut away from the footage I was working on in the house, and Chris and I just got back from Walmart. I was getting so frustrated with that wreath. It wasn't turning out the way I wanted it to, and I love that bow that I made so much that when we were checking out, I didn't even see this until I was checking out. I bought myself a sign to go on it, on that wreath, which is gonna go on this one, and that bow is gonna be so much prettier on this flocked wreath with that flocked tree. This was $9, you got, or $10, $9.99. So I couldn't resist it. But Dell and others have suggested that I use some Aquanet hairspray and spray the flocking so that it won't get all over my house and so that it'll stay better. So that's what I'm out here to do. I'm out here to spray this. Got Chris there behind the camera doing a little bit of videoing for me. So I'm just gonna spray this over from this way so it doesn't get in my face. But I think that'll do it. And I think that's gonna help. I can tell already. Whew, whew. So, all right, I'll be back when this is dry and I'm back at my island and we're gonna make this wreath into something pretty, I hope. Be right back. Okie dokie, you guys. Here I am, back. And I've just been playing around with this just a little bit, trying to see how I want to work this out. This is the sign that I got from Walmart. It was $4.74. So what I have spent on this wreath will be about $14 because everything else I have had, well, I've spent money for it at some point, but everything else I've had here at the house. So I thought I wanted this joy to be right about there. And honestly, I'm not sure how I'm going to attach it other than normally I think I will put some pipe cleaners on the back of it and just tie it to the wreath frame. Just glue some pipe cleaners on the back, which is how I used to do things all the time. But some of them would come off because of the heat outside. Of course, there's not gonna be any heat. So I think I'm just going to glue a couple of pipe cleaners right on the back of this. Move this out of the way for a second. It is that, I'll tell you, the Aquanet is working, you guys. It's, the flocking is not unflocking anywhere. I'm going to use white, I think. So I just plugged my hot glue gun back in here. It's probably not hot enough yet. No, it's getting there. How I do this is I just, and I think I want them down at the corners here. Right about at the crook of the plank there. Back over here, and I'm going to tie, I want the bow right at the top. So I'm going to tie it right in to the inner ring of the pine wreath. Okay, next I had bought these from, took my glasses off, where'd I get these from? Just recently, Walmart. Not today, but another day. And these were $2.99. And these are just clip-ons. And I want it directly in line with the bow down here on the bottom. And I'm just going to clip it in. Now I think I am going to have to glue a few things here. I think I want these, you remember these silver? I had these silver poinsettias. I bought them for that silver lantern I did, and I didn't use them. So I'm gonna use them here. And I gotta wait for that to dry a minute. So I will be right back. Before I finish the rest of it, I need to wait for it to dry. So I'll be back when that little plaque is dry. And then we'll finish up this wreath. And then I just have one more little thing I want to tweak. Okay, be right back. Okie dokie, I'm back. And I'm just snugging the pipe cleaners down between the flocking and in between the work wreath rungs. And I'm tying it to the middle or the inner rung. You can see on the back there. There we go. Oh, I wonder what you were doing. That's Chris's hand. He's getting braver, you guys. One of these days he's gonna come on camera with me, aren't you? No, he says. Oh, Lordy. I was all concentrating on what I was doing. And I'm like, what is that? Okay, let's see. I think that's gonna work out okay. I may need to glue it a little bit, you guys. I'm honest. I think I'm gonna just put a smidge of glue on this. Okay, I brought these over. These are some of the little bells I got from Little. I don't think I'm gonna use them. I keep changing my mind on this wreath. I think I want to, you see these holes in the sign? They had rope twine on there. And I didn't want the rope twine because yes, I'm picky that way. So I want to cover those little holes. Not that anybody but me and y'all will know that they're there, but I thought I have some of these little bling. What are these? Pomegranates? And I thought I might see if I could just glue some, kind of like that, you know? Just to kind of cover the hole a little bit. Again, you guys, don't give up. Keep trying until it gets to where you want it to be. I have these little snowmen, little ornaments. I'll have to get my wreath thingy out, aren't I? I did not realize that I was going to have all of this going on today. Best laid plans, you know. Let me see here. I don't want to forget where I have everything. This little dude's on a clip. There we go. And then one down here, right? I said, and one up here. I think I need to get back and look at it. Let me see if I can get this clipped on. think I need to glue the silver ones in and glue the snowmen in, and I think it's gonna be super cute. Look, I love it. Fluff everything out, and I think it's gonna be beautiful. Yay. I wonder if I have time to do that one. I hate to keep you guys more because I've already kept you long enough here. I might bring that over here and work on it though. How about if I get this stuff all glued in and then I'll be back with, oh, come on, glue, that last little arrangement. Okay, you guys, I'm back and I'm just putting some batteries into this little battery pack. I have little colored lights in there and I just have them steady on, just little colored lights, just for a little change, just for a little something different, you know? So I'm gonna snug this back down in the little hole where I found it so that I can find it easily when I wanna change out the batteries. And this will stay on for 6 hours and then go out. Now this is a little arrangement that I have sitting on my credenza, on my TV credenza, sorry. So as you know, it needs to be kind of low profile. And so I found this sled, I believe the year before last at Home Goods. And it's just a really pretty little, you know, little sled. So, or sleigh, I guess, no more than a sled. And this is all the stuff that I had in it last year. And I'm just pretty much gonna just replace everything this year. My family is a bunch of flakes, you know. So, I mean, there's really no rhyme or reason to this. It's just however my eye likes it this year, you know. Keeping in mind that it's going to need to be looked at from this direction because I set it on the credenza like that, and this fella sits out next to it, and I usually have a little something beside him, like the, you know, the bell and the, you know, a pine cone, something like that. So the rest of this needs to be kind of facing this way, kind of cattywomp. And then this is a funky bow that I made last year, and I just packed it away like this, you guys. I just piled everything in and I just packed it away and covered it with, it was covered with bubble wrap, you know. So I'm just gonna fluff this bow back out. It was in a bin, of course. And, you know, I'll probably do more of that fluffing once I get it over onto the, you know, onto the credenza and get it pointed in the right direction. But I'm just going to start filling this thing up. Again, keeping in mind that I want it to kind of go on an angle. All right, you guys, I will be right back with some final words, and there are going to be some things that I'm not going to be able to show you today. I'll probably show you the wreath in place, but these couple of things I'm not sure exactly what I'm doing yet, so we might have to wait to see those another time. But I'll put this in place and I'll show you the top of the credenza. And I'm not even sure I'm going to be finished with that. I did want to show you these snowmen. My mom's brother's wife, my aunt, used to send me snowmen every year. And this little fella, he has a partner, but she's dressed in green. She has a green skirt, so guess where she sits? She sits out in the living room. So, but he sits on my credenza, as does this fella. So these are just two that she sent me through the years. You'll see others in my decor. So y'all know, I'm telling you, almost in every little vignette, I probably have something somebody's given to me or made for me, or has a story behind it in some way, you know, except for my cozy corner. My cozy corner is going to be completely new this year because of that beautiful sleigh that Angel gifted me, bless her heart. So, but anyway, I'll be back for some, well, let me do my final words here while I'm standing here, huh? And then I can take the camera down and there we go. I'll do some final words here. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Excuse the mess in the background. Chris is gonna put a light up underneath our hood up here. We can't hardly see. The little light that came with this hood, we can't hardly see. And he was up there doing something with the tree up on top and figured out that he can put a fluorescent light underneath. We'll have to turn it on and off, but oh my goodness, we'll be able to see what we're cooking. So he's gonna install that. And then this is my hot glue gun case. So excuse the mess behind me. But that's it for today. I have no idea how long this video is. It could be very long or it could be very short. I've been working for a long time, but I'm gonna try to edit so y'all don't have to sit for hours and hours watching me fiddle around with this stuff. But I will go put into place what I can, and then I'll come back with a little video to music, okay? All right, so thank you guys again for stopping by to see what I'm up to and how I'm working through my Christmas decor. It's so much fun to do. I love it. As you can tell, I love playing with all this stuff. I'm in my element when I'm doing this stuff. Christmas is my very favorite time of the very favorite season to decorate, for which to decorate, and I'm just having a heyday over here. But let me say, for those of you who are struggling and suffering with a catastrophic illness or chronic pain, I hope that you have somebody there with you, helping you get through each day, taking care of you, spending their time with you, helping you make the very best out of every single day. I hope there's nothing weighing on your minds or your hearts, pulling your attention away from where you want it to be or where it should be. I love you all to bits, to bits, to bits, hugs all around. And I keep you in my thoughts and prayers every single day. Remember, in crafting, there are no mistakes, only unique creations. And with all of that said, I'll just say, until next time, I'll be right back behind the camera though for one more minute. Y'all take good care. Bye-bye.